Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is BCD. This is BT Reacts once again. Back here with their Death Battle. This time it's Genos versus Warmachine, the newest one. That just dropped 2 days ago or yesterday. Yeah, they dropped yesterday. One Plus Man versus Iron Man. With Marvel's Iron Man. I like Warmachine and all, but I like Genos more. So Genos gonna win. Play Genos. He got more oomph. He got more stuff that he can use. Warmachine, mostly gun and missiles. That's really it. And I think he used pulsar beams a little bit. Not more like Iron Man, but just a little bit. He mostly depend on guns and missiles. But it should be good. It's a good one, bro. This should be a good one. So far this season, pretty dope. My favorite one would probably be the Gabriel Castlevania versus Zelda one. That's probably my favorite right now. The close runner up would probably be Guy All came for last season, right? Yeah, but anyway, before we get to the video, go ahead and drop a like for your boy. Go ahead and show some love to them on their channel by clicking the link in the description. Don't forget to click the sub button, join the family. Don't forget to click the notification bell. Don't forget to comment. Let's begin, man. Oh, they got a card game too, right? Make this.
Sometimes the most awesome heroes aren't born, they're made. Like when I got my shotgun leg.
Well, at least some heroes know what to do with their new abilities.
Like Genos, the cyborg sidekick
the
of
homie.
One Punch Man.
And Warmachine, best friend and understudy to Marvel's Iron Man.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
You ever think about how if there weren't so many villains blowing up fictional places, we wouldn't
I
have
love
so
One
many
Punch
awesome
Man.
heroes?
Genos was a happy 15-year-old living a quiet life until
He
his
got
family
the
and town were
he got the
obliterated
S
by a
class only
deranged
one
cyborg.
season, right?
Thankfully, he was saved by a scientist, and Genos had one request. He wanted to be a powerful cyborg too. Weird. I mean, I guess he really liked how the other cyborg violently murdered people.
No, this was a means for revenge. Genos set out on a walkabout of justice. Though it wouldn't be long until he found his match in the one and only Mosquito Girl.
This bug's making me pitch a tent and not to keep her out, if you know what I mean.
I mean, she looked
Luckily,
good.
another
She
hero
looked
stepped
good,
in
though.
to save the day.
Look out! It's
Naked
the One Punch
everything.
Man himself!
Understandably impressed, Genos asked that Saitama take him on as a student.
Caped Egghead here wasn't too excited about having a sidekick, but they eventually became buds.
The two were quite the dynamic duo. Genos in particular rose to fame thanks to his adoring fans.
Yeah, he's pretty popular with the ladies, obviously. No such luck for Baldy McPuncherson, though.
To improve his hero work, Genos received numerous upgrades and repairs from Dr. Kusino, the same man who turned him into a cyborg in the first place.
Mostly because he can't get out of a fight without something getting blasted off. He's got super durable armor over his entire body, and he can pop his limbs on and off like a friggin' lizard tail.
Genos' limbs and body are incredibly strong,
Yeah, King
able to
Shark.
easily defend against powerful attacks.
And the metal that makes up his body has been upgraded to protect against stuff like acid or heat, on top of them boosting his speed and overall power.
He has multiple niche upgrades as well, such as an adhesive he can spray from his heels to immobilize foes.
Talk about a sticky
All right, y'all heard
situation,
that? Y'all heard that? That's a key. That's a key weapon against Warmachine.
right, Wiz? Well, he only needs to use the goop if he hasn't already noticed his opponents with his hyper sensors or weird cyborg eyes, which can zoom and enhance the most distant of evildoers. Dun dun.
His eye can see in infrared or track image signatures.
And it can shoot a blast of blinding light. Solar flare!
But there's far more
That's gonna
weaponry
be a
across
big
his
thing,
body.
too,
Hidden blades,
against War
arm
Machine.
missiles, and electric shocks, just to name a few. With his rocket boosters, he moves faster than almost anyone. And he can even fly. Well, sort of.
You didn't even mention that his arms have freaking cannons in them.
These are his incinerators, powerful blasters of fire of which he can control the size of the resulting explosions.
And slapping both arms together
Here
makes
come
the
the
more
math.
powerful spiral incinerator
Here
blast.
come the math.
Then there's his ultra helix incinerator. If only I had two shotgun legs, I could put both of them together for an ultra leg blast.
How would you even aim?
Oh, I mean,
Exactly.
it's not that hard. All you do is first you lift one leg like this, and then you just lift the other one. Oh, God, I fell on my keys.
Anyway, the incredible energy of his Ultra Helix incinerator comes directly from a power core housed in his chest, which powers most of his tech.
But even with so much firepower, his physical attacks are awesome too. Like the time he jet drive arrow kicked this Elder Centipede asshole so hard in the teeth.
His incinerators are powerful enough to eradicate monsters, buildings, and even mountains.
By using the smallest mountain in
Yeah,
the world
because
as
of
a
now.
reference, the size of the damage and the fact that he vaporized that thing makes it a feat worth 66 kilotons of TNT.
Not
That's a
only is
lot.
Genos strong, he's incredibly fast, moving faster than the human eye can see. He targeted and struck this city-destroying meteor rocketing through the sky.
And those big boys are no joke.
What big boys?
Meteors!
Come on now. Come on now. He struck a mirror. Some people think War Machine gonna win, bro.
Those things killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the fact that he was able to actually hit the big boy, not just target it, means he must have been moving 200 times faster than sound.
Come on
Genos is
now.
badass enough that he can survive
fast
getting
as
hit
hell,
with his
and
own
he's strong
incinerator
to hit a
cannons,
meteor, bro.
On top of managing
Not
to
destroy,
escape
just
getting
to
crushed by
strike it. That's
mosquitoes.
not almost forced to
A
just
shit
strike
ton
it.
of 'em.
By measuring the size of that swarm, we deduced he's being crushed by 65 trillion mosquitoes, a combined weight of
Look at that, bro.
358,000 tons.
Look at
Please,
that.
God, let
War
me
Machine
go
got no
anyway
chance
with
of
that.
winning, bro.
While a skyscraper-sized bundle of bugs is impressive, Genos has also withstood a runaway train slamming into him.
Luckily, it didn't make a dent on his power core. Without that, he wouldn't be able to do pretty much anything.
Right, the power core is
That's
unfortunately
the only way.
core of his
That's the only way War Machine can win if he somehow take his power core out of Genos. That's the only way.
weakness as well.
Oh, I was just about to do that one. Anyway, one time, Genos tried to use that core to self-destruct just to kill that annoying mosquito chick. Now, that might sound crazy to you, but have you ever had to deal with 65 trillion mosquitoes all at once? I do it.
Regardless,
I
Genos
do
has shown time and
Yeah, I
time
do it
again
too, bro.
that he's a fearsome hero to contend with.
Look at
Sure,
that.
he hasn't found his family's killer yet, but he has found a new family with Saitama and friends, and he'll keep getting stronger and stronger.
I will eliminate you. Stay right where you are.
For some young boys like James Rhodes, joining the military seems the best way of making something of themselves.
And Rhodey fit right in with his knack for machinery. He got top
Don't
marks
get
in
me
the
wrong.
Army and became a pilot.
I love
Eventually
War
becoming an
Machine.
expert in aviation engineering and military combat. Then, on one fateful mission, his helicopter was shot down.
Things didn't look good, but then Iron Man showed up.
Turns out Rhodes wasn't the only one in trouble. Tony Stark was stranded without enough power for his suit and asked for his help. The two began an epic adventure that turned them into close friends. Rhodes stepped into the shoes of a superhero and became a man his younger self would be proud of.
And being Tony's best bud had some perks, like taking over as Iron Man sometimes. Who wouldn't jump into that suit at the first chance?
Next time, baby.
And eventually,
Hey, how y'all feel if Terrence Howard was War Machine throughout the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe versus I forgot Don Cheadle? How y'all feel about that? 'Cause I think Terrence Howard turned it down because he was doing Empire. I think at the time. I think when they were filming the next Iron Man or whatever, I think he just started Empire or he doing something. Tell you the truth, I think War Machine will probably make him more money than Empire. I mean, Empire is okay, but it's whatever.
Tony
It's
offered
Marvel.
Rhodes a
It's Disney. Come on
superpowered
now.
suit of his very own.
Dang, I think
That's
Disney
when
on Fox.
regular old
So.
James Rhodes became War Machine. Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
like
pause
Iron
that
Man
much
with
anymore.
more
'Cause it's
guns.
17
Rhodes has
video.
spent years trying to find his place in the world. As War Machine, he found a way to truly make something of himself.
He already had tons of combat experience from the Army and a bit of PTSD, but you win some, you lose some. He can do way more anyway. He is a multi-talented badass.
Tony has provided Rhodes with multiple War Machine suits throughout the years,
I gotta
each
take my
improving
medicine,
upon the
man.
one before.
I'm
it.
getting better,
and
bro.
these babies are a beautiful piece of work.
medicine.
Just look at all those weapons.
Pardon my
The suit
allergies.
is a specialized variation of the typical Iron Man armor, focusing more on firepower than tactics and maneuverability. clearly. Its alloy is composed of titanium and vibranium,
Hey, like Captain America's shield.
which means it's both extremely durable and light enough to fly at incredible speeds. Very important given the computers, life support systems, and other devices housed within the unit.
That's not even talking about what Rhodey fights with. His fine-tuned ride's got repulsor rays and a unibeam in the chest. And did I mention guns, guns, and more guns? Get a look at that! Machine guns, Gatling guns, laser guns, flamethrowers, the works!
The suit can generate electromagnetic pulses, particle beams, and even drain energy from opponents.
This
Okay,
baby's
so
so
that-
sweet,
that
I'm
might be one way he
inspired
could
to
beat
upgrade some
Genos
of my
too.
own arsenal, if you know what
I
I
didn't
mean.
know he could do it. So.
I don't think I want to.
I got a new gun! It was white when I bought it, but I accidentally washed it with my hat. So obviously, I'm pretty hyped about the guns, but the armor has a lot of really cool other things too.
His most up-to-date suit includes incredible chameleon systems that allow him to not only become invisible, but intangible, bypassing scanners and phasing through walls.
You know, I could really use that next time you try to stab me with a trident.
It was one time! And in the most dire of circumstances, Warmachine has a self-destruct function he can call upon to make sure his tech doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I mean, this work of art can
I hope
stand
y'all
for
calm
things
down
like
to
weird
set
light
something
and
such
electromagnetic signals.
That'd be
But
lame.
even if Rhodey doesn't see it coming, he can handle the craziest of attacks.
Not only has he been thrown through a mountain with enough force to cause an earthquake,
He survived getting nuked. You see the size of that
He
crater?
has?
Compared to Warmachine himself, this looks like the explosion was over 2.5 megatons of TNT.
Oh,
and the suit is
okay.
fast enough to fly into orbit and out
I don't
into
know. I
space.
think after I
Take
said
that,
that, War
Elon
Machine might
Musk.
got.
No, but
My
please send
God,
me one of your
chance.
flamethrowers. Sorry, not a flamethrower.
I still think Genos gonna win though.
Given
but
how it only takes Warmachine
might
about
not be
10
convincing
seconds to
like I
exit the
thought it
planet's
would be.
orbit, and measuring the distance he's traveled, this puts him at flying
I didn't know
speeds
he
over
survived a
Mach
nuke.
620.
And while he may be speedy, Rhodey's also strong enough for his hits to be the first and last. He's lifted cars, thrown tanks, and tossed a dude so hard he destroyed a spaceship.
Not to mention the fact that Tony created the
defeated
War Machine
Storm?
suit to be
Why
on
he
par
defeated
with his
Storm?
own Iron Man suits.
And remember, Rhodey even acted as Iron Man for a while, so plenty of what
Interesting.
Tony can do, he can do too, including the time Tony blew up a massive rock
I
the
did not know
size
he
of
defeated
Manhattan.
Storm.
Of course, everything he's experienced as a
Magma.
superhero and in the army hasn't exactly been the best for his mental state, which has unfortunately left him with pretty drastic cases of PTSD and survivor's guilt, even sometimes feeling he's not worthy of the high-tech armor he wears.
But he'll push
Yeah.
past it to rescue his friends as well as the rest of mankind. Time and time again, Rhodey's proven that Tony isn't the only armored Avenger. Also, did I mention the guns?
That was fire. Bro. That was fire.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've
I
run
remember I
through
went to
the raw
movie theater for that
possibilities.
movie. And
But first,
people
we'll tell you
lost
about
it,
him so
including
you
me,
don't end
bro.
up looking like one bunch
All
man.
you heard was just
This
guns.
episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Hymns.
Hey guys, there's a company out there to help you look your best. Right now, it's time for a death battle!
He drinking, sniffing coffee.
Never a day to myself, huh? Hey there! Destruction of property is a serious offense, young man.
One more of you, huh? Come for vengeance? I'll turn you to scrap!
Okay. He already used that boat. Okay.
A little hot-headed, are we? Say cheese.
He already lost an arm and a leg.
Need a hand?
I already have one!
That's so cool, bro.
I don't fall apart that easy.
You should be able to handle that. They take on the material. That bug guy is screaming good. Okay. You should be able to see that, right?
Huh. I guess
Oh,
he
you
ran
can't?
off. That suit was ugly anyway.
Ugly! This is my Sunday best!
And this how you gonna win because of... Oh, okay, they're gonna heat shift, okay. Told you they're gonna be plus, bro. If he don't escape, then he's dead. Oh, I forgot about that. He got that, what, a Unibeam? But he got the Ultra one. He survived?
Come on!
What's going on? Oh, that's it. I think it's power core right there.
Not yet! I'm taking you with me!
Warmachine.
Sorry it had to be this way.
Don't talk to me.
You got it.
Wow. Yeah, I should know. I should know the power of Marvel, bro. I should know.
Looks like
All right,
Genos
I couldn't
is
get mad, bro.
Geno
That was a good fight.
Genos
That
was
a good
certainly
fight.
a serious threat in the field of battle. However, Rhodes held a solid advantage in many different aspects.
He's had years of training in the military,
Facts.
even
Facts.
before becoming a
Yeah,
superhero.
crap
Which
tons,
means he's been doing this for way
experience.
longer.
Stratagems aside, let's compare their power output. At his best, Genos had kicked the Elder Centipede backward.
Which was freaking huge.
According to an interview with a One Punch Man manga illustrator, Elder Centipede's body measures 15 meters wide. With that and scaling to its surroundings, we determined its full size to be over 700 meters long. The force to knock aside something this large would have to be over 15 megatons of TNT.
But that
War
way
Machine's
way
got the
less
edge
than
over that. Remember
his,
the giant rock that
War
was the
Machine, though.
size of Manhattan?
Taking the square footage of
Yeah.
Manhattan and the height of the rock, we found that the
I
energy
should
it
know
would take
War
to
Machine
shatter a
probably
rock
went
of this size
after I heard he was gonna survive. He survived a nuke.
comes out
So,
to over 280
Yeah.
teratons of TNT.
Way more than Genos knocking around the big bug. War Machine's orbit-breaking flying speed proves he's a lot quicker too. But
Yeah.
even if he could get a hit in, Genos had no way to counter Rhodey's energy-draining tech and Ghost Chameleon mode.
Genos was certainly a
I
powerful
kinda figured that
contender,
energy
but War
drain was
Machine's
gonna be,
overwhelming firepower
a
and
key way
high-tech
he could
abilities
win.
were just too much for the teenage cyborg.
Yeah, War Machine was on the road to victory.
All right, I
is
can't get
War
mad at that. I
Machine.
can't get mad at that. I agree.
Thank you for watching
Who's
this
next?
episode of Death Battle. If you want the battle music for yourself, you can find it linked in the description below. And you can check out a link to the Death Battle card and dice game.
Gray? Gray was an S-Def? Oh, word? Huh. I legit don't know who's going to win that one. I put my mom on S-Def. I mean, I'm not that familiar with how Kami got killed. Got killed. I got to watch it because I think the season going to be on Netflix soon. I got to watch it, but I heard S-Def was... She was most definitely a problem. Most definitely. But yeah, man, y'all enjoy my reaction of Genos versus Warmachine. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button for your boy. Click sub with your family. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to click notification bell. Don't forget to share all your family and friends. I'll see y'all next one, man. Peace. Oh my God. Good one, bro.
Eagle double G. Top dog, bite them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CBT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang us in the club, baby, you got to get up.